800 likes for the nostalgia. Julie and the dog Benny. Sounds like a very typical annoying American family from a TV show that is overrated. But this is not your typical family. This family is dealing with the paranormal. Benny the dog is the savior here. At least he is the one protecting the family so they don't get hurt. While Julian was recording and making sure he was getting the action on tape, positioning himself in such a corner where he wouldn't be affected, his lady, who for a second almost made me jump from the 4th floor, due to her very annoying voice that sounded like these girls who will always be in danger in Hollywood movies and only screams like demons. But at least they would be checks, they would be stunning, unlike our lady here, who took only the worst part of it and left the beauty aside. I still can't handle what I saw when he pinned the camera at her. What about the activity? Well, the dog was acting like a New York homeless maniac when the chair tried to do something to stop the women from screaming. Even the chair couldn't handle her voice. It was so provocative it turned off the lights.
Bentley, what are you doing?
Bentley, what's going on?
Bentley?
What are you looking at?
Is something there?
Bentley?
Bentley?
What is it? What are you doing? She's like doing something.
What's happening? Bentley!
What the heck?
Bentley!
Wait, go over and look. Wait.
Oh my gosh! What? What the heck?
Now she's looking. What the f just happened?
I don't even know.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god!
What happened? Bentley, what are you doing? What?
I have a very simple question here. Why do these guys have WWE chairs? What were they thinking? Oh honey, what do you think? What if we get something very popular instead of the typical? Have you ever watched a video and told yourself, why couldn't they keep up for 30 minutes more? Why couldn't they do it for 2 hours? Depending on the kind of videos you watch, you may or may not understand. Because not everyone watches the Joe Rogan show. What else did you think I was talking about, you filthy animal? Anyways, the next video is one of these videos where the ending makes you want to know more. The ending leaves you on the tip of your toes. The ending makes you so excited you feel like you want to taste your own sperm. This is at least how excited it made me feel. So what is this so exciting worth coming on video? It's a security guard doing his job in Costa Rica. So, is the man that sexy? Are you hinting at your sexuality? Absolutely not. But this video felt real. He was sitting doing nothing when he heard some noises, so he picked up his phone to record the activity. Now this video goes back all the way to 2015 to 2014, and as far as I know, phone cameras weren't even close to the bad quality to this man's phone. Regardless, he goes on investigating, and he finds a room with a bunch of chairs. Did I say find? What is this? He works here, he's supposed to know every room. Alright, he gets to that dang room, and a chair moves. Scary. But the ending sequence, with the door closing very slowly and gently, with the scary vibes in the background, that's the atmosphere every woman asks for on a Saturday night.
Que se escuchan ruidos extraños ahí en el baño. En el baño las mujeres escuchan ruidos extraños. Se abrió la puerta. sonando ahí. Se oye al fondo ahí. Por Dios, ve a la silla. Santo Dios. Ay, por Dios, qué susto me pegué.
I wish to find the full version of this, or at least find any information about this man, and if he has a wife or not. Of course I want the wife, not him. But in all seriousness, this was good. Let's also start this one with a ridiculous question. Have you ever wondered what happens to the quiet kid in the back after graduation? Does he go to college? Will he start talking non-stop all of a sudden? Is he secretly a great rapper? What in the world happens to him? And why are we talking about him in a scary list video? Now, I want you to calm down because it will all make sense after you hear the upcoming. Your parents, they lied to you. About what? I have no idea. They must have lied to you about something at some point. Now, let's talk about the video. So here is Chris, who is going on a trip to this abandoned school. Such a nice trip. And now things are starting to make more sense regarding the quiet kid part. The mist is fading and the clouds are disappearing. The sunshine is peaking and her ass is bleeding. Must be the period. Anyways, as far as paranormal, nothing really happened during the investigation that can be categorized as paranormal, but rather scary. Here is why. Remember when I asked you what happens to the quiet kid in school after graduation? That's weird, because I don't remember asking you that in the first place. But here is the answer. He takes over the school. He makes it his own house. He haunts it down like how Jason hunts the forests. He won't let people out alive. But luckily for Chris, he was able to escape alive. First, Chris finds what seems to be a guy with a flashlight walking around. He immediately hides. Note here, Chris has a gun for protection, so if I was the quiet kid in this situation and I saw the gun, forget about the gimmick and the schoolhouse thingy. I'm out of there. That man isn't playing. After that, he goes to the toilets, only to find a puppet staring at him just like your crush. But since there has never been a person who had a crush on you before, I understand why you can't relate or imagine. Lastly, the quiet kid gives his final warning. From behind the glass, a black, and don't get racist here, a black shadowy-like figure passes by.
What is that? Do you hear that? Oh, shit. Somebody's here. was really loud. Somebody's in there. Oh, shit. Scared the f*** out of me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Get my gun out. Hello? Hello? What the? Oh, it's a fucking toy. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. He's walking this way. Listen. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. Alright. This is the main lobby. Main office. Safe is still here. I wonder what's in it. Where'd you go? What the f? He was standing right here. He's probably in this room. Get my gun. Hello? What the f? Where did he go? This is crazy. I don't remember the last time I exploded. Hello? Hello? What? Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
Schools, to me personally, are the scariest places to be at. Not because of studying, I meant it's the scariest place to stay alone, whether that's at daytime or at night. Then how worse is it when the school is abandoned? It's been a bit long since I featured the next two folks on my channel. That's why they aren't next. Now, in all seriousness, here are they both diving all in into this abandoned old mansion, thinking they can get it back the way it was before its owners left it to rot. How ridiculous. Even if I said that to a 3-year-old, he wouldn't believe me. and he would spit on my face and take his feces and shove it in my mouth. Then he would come on top and finish it off with a pee he had been holding for hours. What a baby that would be. Alaa and his friend Aid are here to investigate this creepy building, and even before they started, something was already happening in there. The lights were swinging, and after these two went inside, the lights were still swinging. Then they went to take a closer look, and the lights were still swinging. And they got to the second floor, and the lights, as you guessed it, were still swinging. I went to take a shit and came back, and the lights were swinging still. I got married and had 2 kids, and the lights were still swinging. The judgment day came, and the lights were still doing the thing. And after 355,643 years, finally, the lights settled down. After that, some idiot was trying to move as quietly as possible, but he ended up making the loudest noise ever. It was like when you have visitors and you want to deliver the coffee to them, then you end up burning everyone on your way walking to them by dropping the whole tray on them. And of course, since we are talking about an Arabian investigation, these old rusty doors have to shake. But unfortunately, Alaa and his friend got so close, yet so far, then they ran away instead of kicking the door and charging at it like in the good old days. I guess the person behind the door can't stand these stunts anymore. He was getting hurt so much for that action sequence while being underpaid. Fair play.
ونعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. ايش فيك؟ ايش فيك؟ لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا ترى قوي، والله قوي.
أول مرة أدخله.
قوي 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 قوي.
يا تونا ما بدينا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نعوذ بك.
أهم شيء إنك متحصن أنت.
محصن نفسي عدل. بسم الله.
ها. إيش؟ لا إله إلا الله. إيش أدري شفتها عارف تعال من هنا لا إله إلا الله. انتبه لا يحذفونا بشيء عايد اقسم بالله نروح. والله العظيم اني حسيت بشيء. تعال
وينك؟
تعال هنا.
شوف حمامة ثانية طلعت.
وينها؟
هذه واحدة ثانية هناك واحدة.
لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات من شر ما خلق. اللهم إن كان هذا سحر فابطله. اللهم إن كان تعال من هنا انتبه
يا حد. علاء. شم.
هذا منين جاتك القزازة دي؟
I think the door guy was still shaking these doors for at least 15 minutes after they left the building, thinking they were still somewhere behind it. Poor man, before he was getting hurt when they kicked the door on him, so much that he lost his hearing. This next one is a very old documentary of a family that lives in a haunted house who are being interviewed by some paranormal experts, and while the interview was going on, the folks from the other side weren't shy to appear as part of the show and participate. So they started to turn the lights on and off. At the beginning, I didn't understand why the lady was looking up as if she saw an angel in front of her or something. She was very surprised. I didn't understand her reaction because I wasn't looking at her to begin with. There was a Tom and Jerry episode playing on my suggestion feed, and I had to watch it. But after I finished, I immediately went to the next episode. I went and watched the interview again with full focus, and I realized something. I was hungry. But anyways, she was surprised because of the lights turning off and on. The second part, a crazy lady, one of those who thinks they are the mothers of some freaks or spirits, who thinks they can directly communicate with the folks from the other side, even without internet connection. But she actually did. And they listened to her by opening the windows. Even at daytime, there seemed to be shadow figures walking around in the house. The kitchen was turned into a mess, and I have never seen a camera glitching like that due to some poltergeist activity before. That was a bit too real as far as I have seen.
In to do a last interview. We had the camera all set up and the lights, and the light came on and off.
In the past, there's been a humming that has come from the center of the room. I mean, from mid-air. That's...
When we plug lights into the wall, they usually stay into the wall. And the lights usually stay on during an interview. They don't just blink on and off.
I didn't touch it.
We just now, as you saw on camera, our light went off and on, just so that we know, keep rolling tape, just the light went off and on. We did not touch the cord. Jeff, you can pan over to your right, and we have a lady over here sitting to the right. No one touched the cord.
No one touched the cord.
The cord's plugged into that wall right there.
Plugged into the wall, and it goes past the front of me here, and nothing was touching it.
You're in all of these things that are going on, and it just struck us as really kind of odd for a light to just go out like that. It doesn't happen very often.
It's fearful of something. It doesn't want you to be here.
Oh, I came from the bathroom.
Whoop, there just went that light again.
I heard something out here.
And it was a brownish, darker color this time.
I heard someone say, okay, I swear, from over this direction.
Okay, Smee, turn off. Thank you. He turned it off. Now leave these ones on, please, but not the bathroom one.
What just happened?
We turned the light off. It turned the light off. I said,
Are you
please.
rolling?
Yeah, you should.
Open the windows, all of them.
They're all open. All the windows are open. Now just start talking. Is this Smee? Smee, is this you?
Open the windows.
The windows are open. Every window is open.
Light just went out again.
It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. You're feeding it.
Did you see that?
You're all damn foolish.
Why?
It will come as it pleases. stop for a minute.
What's wrong? What happened?
Barbara.
What?
Start again. I'm sorry, I have to start again.
Barbara, what were you just feeling just now?
Extreme, pungent smell. It was making me extremely nauseated. Oh God, my head.
Do you feel that there is something in this room?
I know there's something in this room. There is something in this room.
Now here, this is again an unmanned camera which was static, set up for 72 hours. At the other end as well is another camera with a microwave imaging system. Now if you look off to the right side of the hallway, we pick up a distortion, or commonly a shadow. It's moving down the hallway, and there it is now crossing farther down the hallway. It's moving downward, and as it enters the threshold of the door, we suddenly see the door in the back. It is responding to movement. Now the unusual thing is we also are monitoring basically the general environment of the house. There are no brushes of air, there is no doors, windows open. All the door jambs are level and even. These doors would not be swinging normally. And the equipment is again beginning to monitor more as both of these doors move. Okay, now at this point we have an unmanned static camera, night vision. Nobody is in the house for another 72-hour period. As we pick up the movement, as you see the roll of tape going across the floor, and then the case and the helmet movement as well. What's going to take place is basically some of the most remarkable footage that we've documented during the first beginning of this investigation. As you can see in a moment, doors and drawers, cabinets are moving. Our other instrumentation did pick up fluctuations taking place in the environment, background radiation fluctuations, electrostatic fields. In a moment, the vibration that's taking place, or the phenomenon we should say, is moving across the kitchen toward the camera. Now it's affecting the camera. We speculate on that because what you're seeing is an effect on the magnetic tape itself, and the fluctuations are continuing. After this was over, when we found the camera, it was severely damaged.
Wherever this episode was ripped off from, I will try to find more like it. This is some gold, you know. That's how paranormal activity is captured. To me, that's the style I prefer the most. It's not the video resolution we want, but it's the footage that we need. It's more like Batman. He is a fraud superhero that his city needs. And maybe you don't want to, but you need to subscribe and watch the next video on your screen.